Good morning, my dear brothers and sisters. I don't know if you are familiar. In one TV show in noontime, there's a game entitled Bawal Judgmental. This is a game show in TV entitled Bawal Judgmental. It's a game where players are tasked with the responsibility of identifying correct choices among group of people with distinctive characters or characteristics. Despite the contradiction with the title Bawal Judgmental, the player must meticulously examine their choices and make a good judgment in order to make a correct selections. The player should not be tempted to judge immediately based on their physical appearance or from what they see. Why I'm sharing this? Because in our gospel today, this is the message of Jesus to those who criticize Him for joining the tax collectors, the sinners in eating. Bawal judgmental. The Pharisees and the scribes were judging easily the actions of Jesus. Why does He eat with sinners and tax collectors? The scribes is scandalous for a teacher like Jesus to eat with the sinners and the outcasts in society. Like saying in Tagalog, ano ba ito? Nakikikain siya sa mga marurumi at mga makasalanan. Alam niya ba kung sino itong mga kasalamuhan niya? Or even to judge easily the call of Levi, who is a tax collector. And during the time of Jesus, tax collectors were considered sinners. They judged easily the vocation of Levi. Why does Jesus call sinners to follow Him and be His disciples? Like the experience of our seminarians, some of our seminarians who are being judged easily by others when they decided to enter the seminary. Bakit siya pumasok sa seminaryo? Hindi naman siya worthy to become a priest. Or magpapari yan, ganyan yung ugali niya. Ganito yung buhay niya noon. We judge easily. Human as we are tempted to judge easily. But Jesus came into the world not to judge us easily. For Jesus, bawal ang judgmental. But Jesus came into our world to understand us, to show us His mercy and compassion, and even to heal us from our brokenness and failures in life. Jesus even compares Himself with a physician by saying, those who are those who are righteous, those who are perfect, those who are good, they do not need a physician. But those who are sick, those sinners, the weak and imperfect, they need healing. Yes, like a physician or a doctor, they don't judge immediately their patient, but they need to understand first the situation of the patient, examine the patient thoroughly, diagnose their sickness, etc. Likewise, Jesus, our divine physician, He is ready to heal us and even call us to follow Him, to be with Him, because God sees beyond our physical appearance or achievements or beyond our sinfulness or even our brokenness in life. God looks at the core of our heart. God looks at the core of our heart. Tinitignan ng Diyos ang kaibuturan ng ating puso. God is acquainted, God is familiar with our inmost hearts and knows the secret of our minds and hearts. And God looks at the desires of our hearts, the yearnings of our hearts that the world can never give or offer. Remember, God knows us. God knows each one of us. In our first reading in the letter to the Hebrews, it says, no creature is concealed from Him but everything is naked and exposed to the eyes of Him to whom you must render an account. God does not judge us easily. Bawal judgmental sa Diyos. But for Jesus, hindi bawal ang magpakita ng pagmamalasakit, hindi bawal magpatawad, hindi bawal ang pag-unawa sa ating kapwa-tao, hindi bawal ang paghilom sa mga tao. My dear brothers and sisters, our celebration of the Eucharist, itong misa, nakikita natin, hindi judgmental ang Diyos. Bakit? Dahil sa misa, sa ating pagtitipon ngayon sa banal na misa, makikita natin na lahat tayo, we are not worthy. Lahat tayo hindi karapat-dapat. Pero dumadalo pa rin tayo sa hapag ng Diyos, mga makasalanan. Lahat ay gusto ng kagalingan ng Diyos, mula sa Diyos. Dito sa misa, nagtitipon ng mga banal at makasalanan na gustong sumunod sa Diyos at makatanggap ng Kanyang pagpapagaling. So today, let us not fall into the temptation of being judgmental. Bawal judgmental. But in humility, we allow Jesus, our divine physician, to enter into our life and heal us like what Levi did in his life. It is only when we humble ourselves and recognize that we are sick, in need of healing, sinners in need of forgiveness, broken in need of restoration in life, in pain in need of comfort, and confused in need of understanding, God's understanding, that we can truly see how the mercy and healing of God flows in our life. It is only when we approach our divine physician that we can attain healing. My dear brothers and sisters, let's then open our hearts to follow Jesus, who came not to judge us, but to heal us and restore us back to God's loving embrace. Jesus reminds us today in our gospel, I did not come to call the righteous, but the sinners.